Hello everybody, this is Dave the Mechanic and I'm back with another video. And today I'm working on a 2000 Chevy Malibu LS. This is a 6-cylinder 3.1 engine. And today I will be changing the oil and filter. On the cap it calls for 5W30 and this is what the guy brought. I'm starting on the passenger side and I have my jack on this main right side beam that runs from the front to the back. You can also use this part here, but if you don't have the right jack, you'll bend that. Normally you have to have one of those factory jacks that this beam sits right in the middle of and it won't bend. If you try to use one of these jacks on there without the slot for it, it will bend this. So it's best just to use this massive center beam right there. And I also have my jack stand set up. Alright, so now we're underneath the car. Just want to show you what we got to work with. This is our drain bolt here, or drain plug. That's a 15mm bolt. And then up here we have our oil filter to get off. So my setup is I have a cardboard under here to catch any excess spillage, and I have 2 oil pans because I like to drain it from the plug and then drain it from the oil filter around the same time and let it drain for like 10-15 minutes. So that's my setup. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get that bolt loosened up with the 15mm and then pull that plug. So I have it loose with the wrench to where I can just finish unscrewing it with my hand. So once you have it about that, you want to align your pan to where, because the stream is going to come out and go out, so you want to align your pan to where it's going to catch the stream. It's not going to come straight down, it's going to go further out. And so you want to get pretty much all the threads out, but you don't want to pull the bolt out yet. You want to get all the threads out and you want it to just drip while you're holding the plug, just like that. And then once you know it's all the way out, you just quickly snatch it just like that and just let it go ahead and drain. Okay, so once this has gone to more like a trickle and it's no longer coming out full blast, now we can go ahead and take out the filter. And I already have my pan underneath there. Of course you can take it out, you can reach right in there and try to take it out by hand, but if it's too tight, get you an oil filter wrench and you can go right underneath here and you'll be able to see the wrench grip. You get the wrench up there, and now I can turn my oil filter with this oil filter wrench if it's too tight. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that oil filter out. All right, now that I got my new filter, this is a trick that I do to oil the filter. I take my new filter and I turn it on top of the new filter just to get it nice and oiled. And we can go ahead and install our new filter. Make sure you get it real tight with your hand. Don't use the wrench to tighten it back up. Just use your hand and get it really tight, but not crazy tight. All right, I was able to get the other pan out of the way now that we have our new filter on, and this for the most part has slowed down dripping. So we're going to go ahead and plug this back up and tighten that plug. Now that we have our bolt tightened and our oil filter on, we're pretty much done underneath. Now it's time to go back up top. Once you've lowered the vehicle and leveled it out, it's time to go ahead and take the oil cap off so we can start to fill. I have my funnel installed and I have my 530 oil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put about 4.5 quarts in. This vehicle takes 5 quarts. I'm going to put 4.5 quarts in and then I'm going to check it. Alright, so after letting it sit for about 3 minutes and the new oil to settle at the bottom, I cleaned my dipstick. Now it's time to check. And probably can't tell from this camera, but it is all the way at the top of the hash marks, right where it says full. So we are pretty much right where we need to be, even though we only put 4.5 quarts in it. I'm not going to add any more because we're right where we need to be. I'll just give the guy back the half quart left in its bottom. What I would normally do with the old oil is put it into the container that I used to fill the car. But since there's still good oil left in that container, I had another jug laying around, so I'm going to just go ahead and put the oil in here. Then I'll take it down to the local auto store and dump it into their waste oil tank to get rid of it. All right, go ahead and place your oil cap back on. And that pretty much wraps up how to change your oil on a 2000 Chevy Malibu. If you liked the video, you thought it was helpful, be sure to hit the like, subscribe button. Also, if you feel this video saved you some money, don't be afraid to leave a little tip in the Cash App. The more reactions and support that I receive is the more content that I'll make.